Greetings and welcome to the first in a series of screencasts outlining the uses of the Joomla content management system. I'm Brian Mitchell from Intergen. If you need further information on Joomla or additional screencasts, you can check those out at intergen.org. This first screencast is going to focus on setting up an environment that allows you to easily edit and make changes to articles within your Joomla content management system. So we're going to focus exclusively on the editing environment. The very first thing we need to do is establish a standard in web browsers so that the changes that I make and the tools that I'm using are easy for you to find and are consistent with your experience. We're going to do that by using the Firefox browser. If you don't have Firefox presently installed, it's easy to get at firefox.com. It's free software, and it's a free install. It's very easy to do. You just go to firefox.com and it will redirect you to the Mozilla website. You see a big green button that provides the latest version of Firefox. It'll also have a little bit of information about your operating system that is picked off by the website through your current browser. So just click the green button and follow the 4 or 5 steps to install Firefox. It's a very simple process. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me through the intergen.org website. Once you have Firefox set up, we can begin working directly with your Joomla website. You're gonna browse to your website's address. If you're unsure where that is or where you should be going, just check with your web developer and wherever they have Joomla installed for you. The website that we're going to be using for our tutorials is an installation that I've set up at Intergen. It's base.intergen.org, but this is where you're going to be entering your own website address. And you'll see that this is the very beginning of a Joomla installation. This is actually what Joomla looks like right after you install it. There's no content, there really isn't anything in the way of a menu system, and you just have the Joomla logo in the top left corner. So this is the front end of our website, and this is where we're going to come to review any changes or edits that we make to the website. We of course want to save this because we want it to be easy to find. So I'm going to grab this favicon in the top left here, and I'm just going to click and drag and then drop that into the toolbar. And you'll see by dragging and dropping it, it creates a link called Home. That'll make it easy to get back to this. Now we want to go back to the back end of the Joomla installation, the place that we're going to log in to begin making edits. And we can do that simply by adding the word administrator to the tail end of our address, administrator. And you'll see that that brings us into a login. We're going to do the same thing once we've browsed to this page. We're going to grab the icon and drag and drop it into the toolbar, and you can see that it's going to drop it right next to our home icon. That'll actually pull the name of your website and make the link based on that. Because I've logged into this website before and asked Firefox to remember it, you can see that it's automatically filled in my name and password. You can do that, although it's not recommended if it's a workstation that you share. So if you share your computer with somebody else, obviously you won't want to remember your passwords. And once we do that, we can just log in, and we'll see that it takes us to the back end of the Joomla installation. There's one more housekeeping detail that we need to take care of while setting up our Joomla environment, and that's to manage these bookmarks. There's one more step that we want to do to make it even easier to get to our editing environment in the future. And to do that, we're going to go into the Bookmarks menu and select Organize Bookmarks. And we're going to select the Bookmarks toolbar. And we'll see that we have the 4 links that were on our toolbar. You can see those reflected up here: most visited, latest headlines, home, and then the web address for the back side of the website, most visited, latest headlines, home, and then the address for the back side. What we're going to do is add a folder. We're going to click on this little gear icon, new folder, and you can name this whatever you'd like. I'm going to call ours Intergen. And we now have an empty folder added to our toolbar, and what we're going to do is again drag and drop these 2 icons into our empty folder. Make sure you land right on it. And then if I select the Intergen folder on the left side, you can see that the 2 icons are included there. Those changes have been reflected up here. So again, we have most visited, latest headlines, and Intergen, and within Intergen we have home and Intergen custom installation. What makes this especially handy is now I can click Open All in tabs, and I immediately get the front end of the website and the back end. We can log in and make edits, and then go to the front end and hit refresh and see those edits reflected on the front side. So that concludes the first tutorial in our series on setting up your Joomla editing environment. Feel free to visit us at intergen.org for further information. Thanks and have a great day.